What do you want from me?
Just relax.
Come true.
The story begins in a small apartment in Los Angeles. Gemma, a young woman from Georgia, has just arrived with big dreams of becoming an actress. She is talented but struggling, living on a tight budget and clinging to the hope that she will one day succeed. Her parents support her emotionally, though they doubt her chances. They give her a small envelope of money meant only for a return trip home. Gemma carefully saves it, determined not to give up. That same day, her belongings arrive. She heads out with her resume to search for work, but Hollywood is unwelcoming. Several places reject her outright, refusing even to take her resume. Exhausted, Gemma notices a private company with a hiring sign on its gate. The name is Somnium. Inside, a receptionist named Olivia tells her that Dr. Catherine Schaefer is busy. But soon, Dr. Schaefer herself appears. She explains that Somnium is a unique project where clients design and experience dream worlds inside advanced sleeping pods. Their motto is simple: we make dreams come true. Schaefer asks Gemma a few quick questions about her background. Gemma explains she once worked nights at her parents' diner, studied literature for 2 years, and now pursues acting. Schaefer warns that the job involves long night shifts, but offers her a position starting immediately. Gemma accepts. Her new role is that of a sleep sitter, tasked with monitoring clients as they explore their dreams to ensure they remain safe. Relieved to have found work, she takes it as a temporary step while chasing something big. That evening, back in her apartment, Gemma briefly senses that someone else is there, but when she turns on the light, the room is empty. The next day, a box of belongings from home arrives. Inside, she finds her diary. Reading it pulls her into memories of her past with Hunter, a boy she once loved. He worked in his father's garage and dreamed of music and of building a home. Together, they had planned a future, but their paths eventually drifted apart. That night, Gemma begins her first shift at Somnium. Noah, a dream designer, shows her around. He explains that the project took 15 years to build. Clients enter sleeping pods, where their data and moods are fed into a system that creates a world where their fantasies come to life. Most of the clients, Noah says, feel hopeless in the real world, so they come here to experience what they cannot have outside. Gemma asks if clients ever lose the ability to tell dreams from reality. Noah does not give a clear answer. He only hints that the process can have unexpected effects. After giving her a uniform, Noah leaves Gemma to monitor the pods alone. Later, hoping to make friends in this new city, Gemma remembers Noah mentioned Olivia spends time at a local arcade. She goes there but doesn't find her. Instead, she meets a kind man named Brooks. He speaks warmly with her and gives her his card, offering help if she ever needs. The gesture lifts her spirits. The next morning, Gemma receives exciting news. She has been selected for an audition. Thrilled, she begins preparing her lines. That night at work, Noah speaks more about his job. He shows her how he designs dream sequences and even takes a photo of her, feeding it into the system. He explains that he could place her image inside anyone's dream, so they would remember her in real life. Gemma is unsettled by the idea. Noah then casually asks if she has a boyfriend, suggesting they could get coffee sometime. Gemma changes the subject, staying focused on her upcoming audition. But the next shift will bring her face to face with something far more disturbing. The next day, Gemma attends her audition. She performs with confidence, impressing the casting team. For the first time, her dream feels closer than ever. But when she returns home, reality strikes. A notice warns her that she has missed her rent payment. With little money left, the pressure weighs heavily on her. That night, during her shift, Gemma notices something unusual on the surveillance monitors. One pod room shows a dark figure moving where no one should be. She checks inside and glimpses a terrifying creature. Panicked, she calls Olivia to see it for herself. But when Olivia enters the room, nothing is there. She dismisses Gemma's fears, saying she is just overtired. The following day, Gemma video calls a friend back in Georgia. Curious, she asks about Hunter. Her friend casually mentions that Hunter has started seeing someone new. The news unsettles her, even though their relationship ended long ago. Lonely, Gemma decides to call Brooks. He picks her up and takes her to a cliffside overlooking the city. There, he speaks encouragingly, telling her she should not give up. He hints at his connections, suggesting he might be able to help her find opportunities. His words give her hope. In the days that follow, Gemma continues attending auditions, Each one ends in disappointment. Slowly, her confidence begins to crack. One night, while working at Somnium, she notices Hunter's old camera among her belongings. Before she can look at it, chaos erupts. Staff rush in as a client suffers a violent reaction inside a pod. Noah explains that this is linked to Cloud 9, an advanced procedure that keeps clients in dreams for extended periods. Olivia warns that the program is dangerous. People lose the ability to separate fantasy from reality, sometimes emerging broken or not at all. She tells Gemma about patient 221, someone who underwent the Cloud 9 process. The patient emerged with their past erased, believing every dream had already come true. If the process fails, Olivia warns it can even be fatal. The story unsettles Gemma. Determined to learn more, she sneaks into the records room during her next shift. But the file for patient 221 is missing. She turns to a locked cabinet, trying to open it, when a sound outside startled. Stepping out, she sees Noah leaving room 9, looking nervous. From inside, she hears the faint voice of a girl. When she questions him, Noah abruptly asks whether she has looked through his camera. She denies it, and he quickly tells her to leave early, saying he will finish her shift. Gemma grows certain that he is hiding something. The next day, Brooks calls and invites her to a Friday night party filled with industry people. For Gemma, it feels like a perfect chance to network, but she is scheduled to work at Somnium. She asks Olivia to cover her shift. Olivia refuses, warning that Dr. Schaefer will notice if the CCTV has a gap. Gemma suggests leaving for only an hour, but Olivia still says no. As Gemma debates, flashbacks return to her past with Hunter. Their dreams had once been aligned, but fights over the future eventually pushed them apart. Despite the risks, Gemma decides to attend the party. She begins tampering with the security footage to hide her absence. While reviewing the files, she notices something strange. Several recordings from room 9 have already been deleted. Restoring them, she makes a shocking discovery. The footage shows Noah performing the Cloud 9 procedure on different women. Among the clips is one from the night she had seen him there. Uneasy, Gemma saves copies of the videos for herself. That evening, she prepares for the party, unaware of how deeply she has stepped into Somnium's darkest secret. Brooks arrives to pick Gemma up. Inside the car, she meets Kate and Dakota, two of his friends. Dakota is also an actress, still waiting for her big break after years of rejection. At the party, the atmosphere is glamorous. Gemma enjoys the chance to mingle, but soon notices Dakota sitting alone, discouraged. Dakota confides that her pilot episode has just been rejected. After 15 years in the industry, she is still struggling. Gemma comforts her, though inside, she feels the same fear of failure. Later, Brooks introduces her to Max, the famous actress Gemma has admired for years. During their conversation, Gemma mentions that she works at Somnium. Max grows serious. She explains that Somnium changed her life completely. Years ago, everyone thought she was gone, but after undergoing an experimental procedure, she returned as someone new. The truth stuns Gemma. Max was patient 221, the first subject of the dangerous Cloud 9 project. Her career and reinvention were not natural, but the result of Somnium's process. Disturbed, Gemma leaves the party late that night and returns to Somnium. Outside, Olivia is waiting. She already knows Gemma skipped her shift. The decision is final. Gemma has lost her job. Dejected, Gemma returns home to find an eviction notice. She has only 3 days to pay the overdue rent or move out. That night, she hears strange sounds in her apartment. The television switches on by itself. When she turns it off, the monstrous figure she once glimpsed at Somnium appears in her home. It charges toward her. Terrified, she locks herself in her bedroom, shaking in silence. By morning, Gemma is exhausted and fearful. Desperate, she calls Brooks and begs for help. She asks him to find her any kind of role. Brooks reassures her that she has real talent, but insists she must face her fears directly. He refuses to take advantage of her despair, leaving her to confront her situation alone. Memories of Hunter return. She recalls the day of their final breakup. Hunter had told her they wanted different things. He wished to stay home and pursue music while she dreamed of acting in Los Angeles. He urged her to follow her path, even if it meant leaving him behind. That night, Gemma returns home to find her door open again. She calls out, asking what the intruder wants. Suddenly, a masked man attacks and injects her with a sedative. When she wakes, she is inside room 9. Noah has kidnapped her. He explains that she now knows too much and must become his next test subject. Many before her have either died or lost their sanity, but he shows no concern. Noah injects her again, and her mind slips away. Gemma awakens inside a distorted version of the Somnium building, and her true nightmare begins. Gemma wakes inside a warped version of the Somnium building. The halls twist and shift, trapping her inside a dreamlike maze. Suddenly, the monstrous creature appears once more. Terrified, she runs, even as she tells herself it is only in her mind. She stumbles forward and finds herself transported onto the set of her favorite television show. Bright lights shine on her, and an audience cheers as if she is a star. For a moment, her dream feels real. The host begins asking her questions, praising her for recent successes she never actually had. Gemma stammers, unable to answer. The audience grows restless, their cheers turning into frustration. Overwhelmed, she flees the stage, and the set vanishes into nothingness. She tells herself she must wake up, but instead, she finds herself back in Georgia, standing inside her parents' diner. Behind the counter is Hunter. He tells her she should return home, that she was never meant to succeed in acting. His words echo her deepest doubts. But Gemma realizes this is not truly Hunter. It is her fear speaking. She tells him she is ready to let go of the past and move forward. At that moment, both Hunter and the diner dissolve into darkness. The growl of the creature returns. This time, Gemma does not run. She stands her ground. The monster shrieks and towers over her, but she stares into its eyes without flinching. Slowly, the beast crumbles to dust. The creature was her fear made real, the embodiment of failure, regret, and doubt. By facing it, she has defeated it. Gemma opens her eyes and awakens in room 9. She has survived the Cloud 9 procedure. Noah stands nearby, stunned that she has returned whole. Panicked, he flees down the corridor. Moments later, Dr. Schaefer and Olivia arrive. They are shocked to see Gemma alive, especially since she had already been dismissed. Calmly, Gemma gathers her things. Before leaving, she tells them to check the hard drive. Back at her apartment, she tries to piece her life together. Soon after, a news broadcast reports a breaking story. Somnium has been shut down permanently. An internal investigation reveals that Noah assaulted multiple women, leading to the collapse of the entire project after 16 years of operation. Gemma is finally free, stronger and more determined. She has faced her deepest fears and emerged changed. Just then, the phone rings. It is a casting agency. They tell her that the role from her earlier audition is hers if she still wants it. Gemma smiles, realizing her dream is finally within reach. And with that, the story comes to an end.